You're here, alive. We thought you were dead, and then I had visions of the strangest things.
Dawnstar guided us to this place, but I expected a ghost, not flesh and blood.
Oh, you walk in the parks of many gods. I will build something extra large to explode with my surprise.
ونوير كوبتا إير تنير أكون أسو سيير سكوت أفيفير نوني.
Such creatures are not accustomed to needing assistance or being called on to assist. Both circumstances would likely annoy them.
As annoyances go, I think ours is more pressing. Or have you all forgotten the entire army of the Emperor?
Wo yoir apafwe ir sir sisitsu toir ok piir okir ifwir wo.
Your former master, my uncle, has taken the Jade Empire as his own. Emperor Sun Li has set the whole of his forces against us, and we are trapped here in Dirge. After you defeated my father, and Li struck you down, he claimed both your amulet and the heart of the water dragon and announced that his rule had begun. The Lotus Assassins were his almost immediately. Your amulet must have allowed him to quickly do what it took my father years to accomplish. We had no choice but to flee. In the days after, the new Emperor did not seem overly concerned with capturing us, and we did not know where to go.
He didn't consider us a threat. We had no way of fighting him. Just as with Sun Hai, only a spirit monk can face him with hope of success.
That's why we came here. Dawnstar's vision seemed impossible, but any hope was better than none.
Unfortunately, Emperor Sun Li sensed your stirrings in the spirit realm as well, and now we are trapped.
You do not face Emperor Sun Li. You face the whole of the Imperial Army. All of it. Not lone assassins or a single brigade, but the whole of the army, golems and all.
Only one path is passable by foot, and that is the route they are coming up. We cannot sneak past such a horde.
My marvelous dragonfly will not survive the passage either. The winds force a certain path, and the army's flyers are guarding it well. But that is our luck, as well as our sorrow. Their inferior flyers can barely stay aloft in such currents. They will not overrun us from the air, at least not in numbers.
It seems you have more earthly concerns in your immediate future. I estimate that the full force will be on us by tomorrow.
We will start securing the temple. The great gates of this place will grant us invaluable time. At least they will not take us by surprise.
Fortifications? Perhaps I will remove some of the ordnance from the marvelous dragonfly. Properly applied, it may prove useful tomorrow. Come, whirlwind, I need your muscle.
That's the Black Whirlwind. And as long as it makes the coming fight more interesting, I'll lift whatever you want.
That is all we can do for now. Tomorrow will decide our fates.
So much has happened. Please, when the others have left, we should have a moment together. You look so peaceful, even though I know that what you've been through must have been terrible. Yes, it is, isn't it? But tomorrow that will be gone, shattered. The time we have now may never come again. The time we have left is small. I wonder sometimes, I wonder what I would do if I knew that I would lose you tomorrow. And then I remember that I have already lost you once, and I could never suffer that pain again. I knew you would say that. I yearned for it. I worry so much about what tomorrow may bring, and... What they love, what they must not lose. Whatever tomorrow may bring, you will always have tonight.
You have done well to restore the Fountains of Dirge, but they cannot shield you fully. Not with the power I now control. This is nothing more than a dream, my pupil. I can do nothing here, but I can influence things. Do you remember your fellow students? They certainly remember you. They remember how you left them to die. They died so there would be nothing holding you back. Their deaths ensured that you were properly motivated. Without you, they would still be alive.
School burned because of you.
Impressive, but this was only a dream. You will... Impressive, but this was only a dream. You will not be so fortunate tomorrow.
quick! It sounds like the army is on the move. They're on their way up the mountain. Sky left a few hours ago. He said he was going to see how far up the mountain they had come. We haven't heard from him since, and I'm worried.
Look, he's back!
Well, that's convenient for my nerves.
Sorry for being late. Fine, never been better. Once the bleeding stops, I'll be good as new. I went down the mountain to scout them out. I figured I could get a good estimate of how many were coming and get back here. It didn't work out like I planned. There are Lotus assassins by the score, and golems too. You didn't bury them all. They have a lot more. Imperial Army flyers in the distance, too. They'll be here soon.
Bad, bad, very bad. What are we going to do? They'll be across the main bridge in no time.
Yes, we must. The golems are not just the ones you saw before. Bigger ones, giants, siege golem.
Siege golems? Oh, I've heard of those. 30 feet tall and can throw an axe. Well, pretty darn far. I didn't have time to measure. Oh, they crush walls, too. It would be bad if they reached us. The casks I took off the Dragonfly would make short work of the bridge, though. A little fire, and whoosh, earth meets sky.
You will need someone to keep any advanced Lotus assassins away from you. I will accompany you.
No, it's too dangerous for just one person. I'll go as well.
What? You would put her in charge of my safety?
Now, Lien. We have to hurry. It's an emergency, so follow my lead.
You assume a great deal, Dawnstar, but it is not my choice. Gather your toys, Kang.
Yes. As fast as I can without dropping the casks. Earth meets sky, remember?
But what about the rest of us? Why just send them? Why are we sitting here holding our... Oh, I get it. They're coming here too, aren't they?
Who? The Lotus assassins? But they'd have to fly to get past the wall, and the winds are too strong.
Hundreds may die in crashes, but a few will get through. Do you really think Death's Hand minds such losses? My wounds will make me a burden if I stay at your side. I will keep guard over the temple itself. Groups landing there should be small enough for me to handle. Kang, old friend, I'd like to borrow a few of your marvelously explosive casks. I have something special in mind for any assassins who breach our line.
What? Yes, whatever you want. I have enough on my mind. During the night, I made some, reinforcements to the marvelous Dragonfly. I don't sleep much, you see, ever. Anyway, I doubt we could escape, but we can make a dent.
A short run in the flyer to take the brunt of their advance. It might be a worthwhile mission, or it might be suicide.
Well, what isn't these days? It's not necessary. I leave the decision to our illustrious leader. Yes, that's the way! I knew you'd be up for it. Off we go. Everyone be ready for our return.
Make every shot count. We'll need the help.
Well flown and fought. It didn't stop them, but that black eye will make them think twice about our resolve. Now, back to bringing down the bridge.
You better have enough explosives left. Dawnstar and I can't hold them off forever.
Are you sure I shouldn't just charge the main gate? They wouldn't be expecting that.
Unexpected acts are not always successful acts.
You have a narrow understanding of success in battle, bun man. Must be your small head. My fill? I have been sated from wine and battle, but never filled.
It looks like we won't have long to wait. Kang better keep his mind on his task at the bridge, or this will be a short last stand.
Wait, I sense something.
Time is better spent doing than talking.
Hosa ir son sikun wan kut aku kawuk tatir. Wo yoir apafwe ir sir sisitsu toir ok. Fano fan wo shinir cho ikakir wo ifuro uk.
What are you staring at? Shouldn't we be going to the bridge?
You didn't see him, did you? It doesn't matter. I know what we're looking for. Follow me.
I have to wedge the casks of dragon powder under the bridge. The Lotus assassins are sure to come up that pass any minute. Keep them from this end of the bridge. Here they come! Hold them off! I only need a minute!
Try not to fight like a farmer, Dawnstar.
Nuts and bolts! One of the fuses came loose. I need another minute. Or two.
You Dawnstar fool! Get it done!
explodes! The fuse is a short one! Stop the main door, but fires don't stop at bridges. Our friends at the temple may have only gained a few minutes.
Damn it, they've given us a few minutes already. Dangstar and the Princess did their job too well. That's better.
Just shut up and get ready.
Now that's a big one. Finally, a worthy fight. This is a good fight!
I think we should go back to the temple. And quickly, before those flyers drop more Lotus assassins.
More is good. Let them come.
But we'd be safer in the temple.
We're safer if I destroy the enemies they send. I prefer an active defense. Untold slaughter. distracting me from the cries of my enemies. Sky better have a good reason for ringing that bell. I have let no one past. Not with all their parts, at least. You go. I'm having too much fun here. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Come to my axes, all of you.
Good, you are here. The trap is set, the signal's sent. It's all up to you now. No, this is something I couldn't tell you about. Please, give me a chance to explain. You'll like what I have to say, I hope. I was approached, once or twice. The Lotus Assassins offered much, even the chance of returning my daughter. But I assure you, I did not plan to betray you. You showed me that the world, my life, is not as pointless as I once thought. My daughter is long dead. Their offer only shows how desperate you have made them. I let them think I agreed, but hear me out. I couldn't risk that someone else in the group was also tempted. They might tell Death's Hand the plan was discovered. This is a chance to isolate the leader of the troops. Death's Hand thinks that he and a group of assassins will enter the temple unopposed. But I have a surprise. I set traps. Remember how I asked Kang for some of his explosive casks? The assassins will be destroyed, and Death's Hand will be yours alone. He's an arrogant one. I doubt he'd consider the possibility that my loyalty to you would be stronger than my fear of him. The bell was the signal. He'll be here. Thank you for this opportunity, by the way. I can never face Death's Hand myself, but I want to make him pay for thinking I would be so weak. Use my daughter against me, will he? Make him hurt.
Very good, Sky. You have proven a useful tool.
Guess again, you slab of rot. That should soften him up. I may not be able to fight him while I'm wounded, but at least I did this. I'll go warn the rest.
You have a better grip on your fellows than my master thought. The plight of a dead child is difficult motivation to resist. That name means nothing. I am the will of the Emperor. I am Death's Hand. Sun Li commands that you die. I must obey. The will of the Master guides me. The strength of the dragon empowers me. I cannot be defeated. I must obey. You know nothing about me, about what I endure. Your fists will not defeat me, not while I must obey.
You refuse to see it, don't you? You must know what Death's Hand is by now, but what he is defies you, defies your skill. He is more than Sun Qin ever was. Sun Hai linked him to the stolen power of the Water Dragon, and bound him to my armor to taunt me. An unrelenting, unbeatable force that wore the face of my betrayal. Now he is mine. Do you pretend to have insight into my character? Some great truth from beyond the pale that will reform me? I am no villain. There is no malice in my actions. I had no choice. My brother had no restraint. A world under his heel would be chaotic and violent. I will bring order. I will ensure that everyone is safe within their roles. You claim intimate knowledge of me. I should have suspected that a journey through death would reveal many secrets, but your understanding is flawed. I am not here out of revenge. Sorrow at their deaths did not bring me here, but rather anger at my brother for destroying my possessions in so petty a manner. In the end, it changes nothing. I intend to make the Empire a better place. As a god, it will be a simple matter. Arise, Death's Hand! You are bound to this power, and you will not stop until this fool is dead. You have learned much about your heritage as a spirit monk, but you missed the most important lesson. They are all dead. Their skill did not save them. Do you intend to rescue Death's Hand? Perhaps you think you can appeal to his conscience, to the remnants of kin that swim in that helmet. Will you? Even if you could, I believe you would find it difficult to release so valuable a tool. Come then. Pit your will against mine. Take him if you can. Enough! You have cut the strings to my puppet, but you will know defeat soon enough. I grow closer to the heavens by the minute. Take this corpse. See if you can throw away such a useful tool. I will face you at the height of my power, in the heart of my empire. Your master awaits you, child.
Please, let me rest. Let my spirit finally have some peace.
Your master is diminished with my loss, even if he does not admit it. Thank you, Spirit Monk, for letting me rest.
We are victorious! But how long will this peace last?
The day already drags like an overloaded ox. Our enemies should be more efficient.
I do not shy from meaningful combat, but eliminating your boredom is not a worthwhile cause to fight for.
If there's no wine, there should be fighting. That's the way of things for a warrior.
We should not take much longer to lick our wounds, even if the victory was ours. No doubt the enemy awaits us.
Kukawuk takti yir. Lo panir nisa irpan.
A good idea. It will allow for some adjustments to the marvelous dragonfly. The landing here was rough. I will ferry whom I can for an initial assault. Give me a few moments. We will leave at your command when my work is done.